Hey guys, this is Andy the Gun Guy going live. Today is Monday, March 23rd, 2020. For those of you joining in, go ahead and comment your location below. I want to know what locations that I'm talking to, but this is really, really important for us to talk about. So go ahead and comment your location down below. I want to know where you're talking to. Even if you're not in Florida, this does apply to you because this not only shows you what the future of your state is probably going to be like, but you can definitely help out with our state as well. Listen, it has been all over the news today that the state of Florida has suspended concealed carry applications. Hit the anger button right now if that makes you angry. They have suspended concealed carry applications because it's kind of by default, right? I'm not sure that Ron DeSantis, hey Stormy, good to see you. I'm not sure that Ron DeSantis, the governor, sat down and said, you know what, I'm going to suspend these things until further notice because he has been a huge supporter of the Second Amendment since he has been in office. But I believe what has happened is it's just kind of the effect of this situation that we find ourselves in, and I don't want to use the word for the outbreak because I don't want Facebook to shut me off. So read between the lines with what I'm saying. Hey, Robin Boyer, good to see you. Stephanie, good to see you guys. Again, when you guys join in, comment your location. I want to know where I'm talking to, guys, and also comment and tell me if you have your concealed carry permit or not. I want to know if you have your permit or not. So basically, because Florida has said, look, nobody in the government is going to go to work. Everybody's going to stay home. Everybody's working remotely. There's nobody there to process concealed carry applications, right? There's nobody there to take your applications and put them in the system and get you to do a concealed carry permit. There's nobody to do fingerprinting for you, right? There's nobody to actually take your fingerprints and send them off to the FBI for tracking. So the way it works in Florida right now is in order to get a concealed carry permit, you must be a law-abiding citizen, 21 years of age or older. You have to demonstrate proficiency with a firearm, which means you have to have taken a concealed carry class, and you have to have gotten your fingerprints done and submitted them to the FBI and submitted your application to the state of Florida with $55 processing fee. And so that's the process right now. What we're asking Ron DeSantis to do is with this petition that I've included in my link, we basically asked Ron to allow on an emergency provision concealed carry by law-abiding U.S. or law-abiding Florida residents, rather, who do have the lawful legal right to purchase and own firearms. We ask Ron DeSantis to allow us to conceal carry those during this state of emergency that we find ourselves in. You may or may not already know that we are allowed to concealed carry as law-abiding citizens during another emergency situation in Florida, one that we have to deal with primarily, which are mandatory evacuations for hurricanes. If we have a mandatory evacuation for a hurricane, we are allowed to concealed carry our firearms on an emergency basis and for 48 hours after the mandatory evacuation has been lifted. What we're asking Ron DeSantis to do with our petition is to allow us to concealed carry right now during this state of emergency. Now, for those people out there who are going to say, oh, we don't want people who are, arguing over toilet paper to have a gun on them in those situations. Well, guys, concealed carriers commit less than 0.01% of the crimes in Florida. It's not the concealed carriers that are committing crimes. It's the people who are just absolutely panicked. Typically, it's the concealed carriers who are prepared and level-headed, and we know how to behave. If we didn't know how to behave, we would already have been shooting people in the street over toilet paper, and that's just not what we do. We are the good guys. Very important that we understand that, guys. Hit the thumbs up button if you agree with that, and if you are a concealed carrier that supports other people carrying during this time of emergency. Let me show you what. Let me show you first of all what what Florida Carry set up. This is not something I'm impressed with. Florida Carry basically sent an email out that says, imagine the right to get a license to publish news articles was suspended during an emergency. That's just what happened in the state of Florida. This will not stand. Join the fight, become a member, and to become a member, you donate. And that's the entire email, right? That's the entire email. You can either donate, unsubscribe, or like them on social media. To me, that's Florida Carry literally just, I got to turn the sound off. That's Florida Carry kind of self-promoting in this time of need. I see that as kind of being pretty dirty. I am not a big fan. For those of you who don't know, I am not a fan of Florida Carry ever since they stole my email list. database years ago. I'm not a big fan of how they do business. Now, whether you do is up to you. But I will say this is what I set up today. Okay, this is a petition that I set up that says, sign this petition, ask Ron DeSantis to temporarily allow lawful gun owners to conceal carry during this state of emergency. And I explained what's going on, and we basically, Florida trusts law-abiding citizens. I think this is a good point I made. Florida trusts law-abiding citizens to conceal carry during mandatory evacuations for hurricanes, so why not now? And if you agree with me, hit the thumbs up button right now. Adam Bucci says, did this just say Florida suspends concealed carry? No. Florida suspends new concealed carry permit applications. Okay, so Florida suspends new concealed carry permit applications, not the right to concealed carry. Just to clarify, and Adam, thank you for clarifying that for me. So as we continue this petition, guys, we have the ability. This is what happens when you sign it. Number one, the system automatically emails Ron DeSantis, and it actually emails the stuff that you say in it. Okay, the subject line is that we want to allow concealed carry applications. We want to allow concealed carry during this emergency. You're also going to get invited to join our Second Amendment community with a secret giveaway. Hint, hint. This is the form that you're going to use to actually get that. Then I've got a message. On the flip side as well. On the second page, there's a secret giveaway I've got going on to help encourage you. And what I need you guys to do is not just sign this petition. I need you to share this petition in every group, Facebook, forum, every group. I don't care if it's Ocala Word of Mouth or Citrus County No Limits or whatever the case is. Share this petition. Share the link to this petition everywhere we can. Because honestly, if we get on Twitter, if we get on Facebook, if we share this, if we actually send these emails to Ron DeSantis, he will hear us. And he'll make a decision whether he wants to allow concealed carry, whether he wants to allow law-abiding citizens to conceal carry now, just like we do for mandatory evacuations. Although we're not in a mandatory evacuation, we are in an emergency situation. Things are getting rough. And the challenge is, the more that this issue sneaks up on us, the more that people are panicking, the more that people are afraid, violent crime is coming. And that's, to me, more dangerous than the actual epidemic that we're facing right now. If you agree with me, hit the thumbs up button right now all across social media, because I believe that the bigger danger is not just getting sick, it's actually the violent crime that we may face when people run out of food, when people run out of water, when people don't have their electricity on because they can't pay for the electric bill, right? That's what I feel is going to happen. Tyler just joined. Tyler, I want you to send me a private message later on. I want to talk to you about why we're seeing tanks being shipped all over Florida. I'm not really understanding that one. So that's what I want you guys to do right now, guys, is go and enter this giveaway. And it's not a giveaway. Go and enter this petition again at it's basically andythegunguy.com/Ron-DeSantis -carry, and it's sign the petition, ask Ron DeSantis to temporarily allow lawful gun owners to conceal carry during the state of emergency. This is exactly what we are allowed to do in a mandatory evacuation in the state of Florida when a hurricane is coming. We are allowed as law-abiding citizens to conceal carry a firearm without a permit. And that's what we need to do right now, because the state has temporarily suspended new concealed carry permit applications. In other words, the state has temporarily suspended the Second Amendment in Florida. And that is a very, very serious issue that we need to talk about. As we see all of these people panicking, rushing to the stores, what we're going to see is people who are panicking think it's okay to now go in your home in the middle of the night and take your stuff, right? Because you prepared and you're a hoarder and they're entitled and so on and so forth. So that's what we're going to see. We need to make sure that we have firearms with us in our vehicles, on our persons, and that we are established and trained as well. So those of you who are not trained and are new shooters and don't have your concealed carry permit, I did just launch a video training course that you can do from your living room. I want you to send me a private message to this page, and what we'll do is we'll actually grab that link. I'll send you a link to that video training course. I made it super, super cheap so that you can get in there and let's roll. Tyler says, I'll message you about the tanks and everything. I can't believe that they're doing this either. And again, guys, just to let you know, this is not a suspension of current concealed carry permit holders. Current concealed carry permit holders are good to go. The problem is no new applications for concealed carry are allowed in Florida. Right now, it's a temporary ban. And so for me, what we should be allowed to do is get Ron DeSantis to set an executive order that says that law-abiding Second Amendment gun owners in America, in Florida, are allowed to conceal carry without a permit until this emergency stops. We're not out there being crazy. We're not out there running around shooting people. We're not out there arguing over toilet paper. We're not out there committing crimes, and that's what statistics shows. If the state of Florida can trust us to conceal carry during a mandatory evacuation from a hurricane at last minute, the state of Florida should also allow us to conceal carry without a permit right now. Guys, if you agree with me, share this video all across social media. Let's get Ron DeSantis' attention. We can make this happen. If enough people unite together to share this video, sign this petition, we can make a huge difference for law-abiding citizens and potentially save lives if somebody has a firearm on them and they wouldn't have had it on them without their carry permit. Guys, please share this video, share it in every group, tag everybody you know. And as always, this is Andy the Gun Guy. My message is to get armed, get trained, carry daily, and long live the Republic.